Hello everyone, welcome. I hope you are all well. I am your instructor for today. Today, we will be discussing building integrity. In the previous unit, we learnt about anti-corruption strategies. By the end of this lesson, learners should be able to 1. Explain the concept of integrity. 2. Examine the elements of integrity. And 3. Examine the approaches to building integrity. In our previous lesson, we learnt about anti-corruption strategies from Elom and Nee's discussion about Wellington, the least corrupt city in the world. Do you remember the anti-corruption strategies they discussed? From Elom and Nee's discussions, some anti-corruption strategies are public awareness, existence of free and vibrant press, the use of social networks and media, anti-corruption education at school, transparency, improvement in the quality of government institutions, integrity training, the need to strengthen demand from society, political will and good leadership. Today, we will be discussing building integrity. Elom's friend, Kuku, paid her a visit. Kuku is ready to go home. Elom escorts him down the road. On the way, they meet Auntie Anita. Auntie Anita is a lady in the community who works with an anti-corruption NGO, Youth Integrity Society.
Good day. I hope you are doing well.
Yes, we are well.
I guess you know me. My name is Auntie Anita. I am from Youth Integrity Society. Please permit me a few minutes of your time. I want you to help me answer a few questionnaires. Our organization wants to help build integrity amongst the youth in this community.
What is integrity?
You will find out the answers to your questions when we are done with the questionnaires. I will start with you. What is your name?
My name is Elom.
Very well, Elom. I want you to answer the following questions with a yes, no, or sometimes.
Okay.
Good. Elom, will you always try to do what is right, even if it will have a negative effect on you?
Sometimes.
Will you be true to your values?
Yes, I will.
Will you live up the highest standards of ethical behavior?
Yes.
Okay, good. Now, Elom, will you do the right thing even when no one is looking?
Of course I will.
Will you always be ready to honestly report what you have done?
Sometimes.
Wow, that's a lot of questions.
Don't worry, Kay. This is the final questions for Elom. Are you ready to accept criticism or the consequences when you have done something wrong?
Yes, I am.
Thank you very much, Elom. Now your turn. Please, what is your name?
Does my name really matter? Anyway, you can call me Kuku.
Okay, Kuku. I am going to ask you some questions as well. Kindly answer them in a similar manner Elom answered his, using a yes, no, or sometimes.
Okay.
Kuku, will you treat other people the way you want to be treated?
Sometimes.
Will you ever take advantage of people?
Sometimes, when it's necessary.
Okay, Kuku. Now listen to this. Will you consider the feelings of all people who will be affected by your actions and decisions?
No, I won't. Why should I be bothered?
Will you always tell the truth?
I will try to. Sometimes.
Finally, Kuku, will you ever lie, cheat, or steal?
I do all that sometimes.
Thank you very much for your time and your patience. I appreciate it. Now, Kuku, back to your initial question. You asked, what is integrity? Listen, Killinger, a scholar, defined integrity as a personal choice and commitment to honor moral, ethical, spiritual, and artistic values and principles. In simple language, it is doing the right thing, being honest, truthful, and fair in all we do. To really understand integrity, there are certain elements of integrity that you must know. I'll explain them to you. After the explanation, both of you can tell for yourself whether you have integrity or not based on your answers to the questionnaires. The elements of integrity are justice, truth, honesty, and selflessness. I'll explain them with a few scenarios. Scenario 1. Kwao Johnson is a businessman in Achimsredro. He employs 100 workers. He is meant to remit statutory deductions, namely NHIS and SNIT, on a monthly basis. However, he has instructed Okonti, the personnel officer, to maintain parallel records showing that he only has 20 employees. Kwao and Okonti have been remitting statutory deductions in respect of only 20 employees instead of the 100 from whose salaries they have been deducting on a monthly basis. Out of the 100 workers Kwao Johnson has employed, about 15 of them are friends and family members. He favors them and gives them preferential treatment. He gives them extra benefits the other workers do not get. The other workers are punished. Sometimes salaries reduced for the same offense of friends and family members are pardoned. Because of this, the other workers have started agitating and production has slowed down. Now, pupils, do you see anything wrong with the actions of Kwao and Okonti?
Yes. They told lies with respect to the number of employees they have. They didn't speak the truth.
Very good, Kuku. Truth is one of the elements of integrity. The Encounter Dictionary, 2009, uses loyalty, faithfulness, and correspondence to fact or reality to connote the meaning of truth. People who do not tell the truth easily indulge in corrupt activities. They tell lies even when they are caught in their acts. Do you see any other wrong thing in the scenario?
Yes, Kwao treats his friends and family members better than others. He is biased towards them.
Very good, Elam. That is right. We should not be biased. We should be just. Justice is one of the elements of integrity. Justice, as cited in Microsoft Student 2009, is explained by John Rawls as fairness. Justice can also be explained in simple terms as the application of the law in fairer manner. Equal benefits and sanctions for all. This element of integrity, justice, is also essential to put corruption to a halt. There must be the existence of justice so that public officials treat people with fairness and also see to it that corruption officials are dealt with according to the dictates of the law. Now let me tell you the second scenario. Scenario 2. Bernard Frenton is a senior systems programmer in charge of all payroll in Berekum District Assembly, which employs 150 employees. Every year, 10 employees retire from service. The Human Resource Department advises Bernard to remove the retirees' names from the payroll. However, Bernard only removes 2 names and retains the rest every year. He ensures that those whose names were retained see him privately in order to effect a continuation of their salaries. They have an arrangement where Bernard takes 40% of the salary of each officer retained on the payroll. For the past 10 years, the books of accounts for Berekum District Assembly have not been audited. Recently, the Controller and Auditor General ordered an audit of the Assembly's accounts. The audit revealed serious shortcomings in the financial management of the Assembly. It also highlighted serious anomalies in the staffing levels, which showed that a big number of staff that had retired had been retained on the payroll. In this scenario, do you see anything wrong with the actions of Mr. Fenton?
Yes, he is being dishonest about the number of employees that are retired.
You are right, Alum. Honesty is another element of integrity. It's sometimes used interchangeably with truth. According to a philosopher, Ash 2015, Honesty means telling the truth, being open, and not taking advantage of others. Mr. Fenton is not telling the truth, and he is taking advantage of the system to enrich himself. The retired workers who agree to his plots are also dishonest. To have a society devoid of corruption, there must be individual honesty amongst public officials and other stakeholders of societies so that they do not take advantage of others. Selflessness is when someone cares enough to take a risk on their own to do, give or say something for another person without ever expecting a token in return for the deed, act, or accomplishment made from it. For instance, helping a blind man to cross the streets, giving our seat to elders in the bus, sharing what we have, and so on. To know whether you have integrity or not, you must ask yourself these questions. Am I honest, truthful, just, and selfless? Now, you can tell for yourself whether you have integrity or not. Once again, thank you for your time. Take care, and I hope to see you some other time.
Selfless, honest, truthful, and fair. Does that mean that I don't have integrity? The answers Helen gave to the questionnaire suggest that she has integrity.
Cuckoo does not tell the truth. He is always telling lies. He doesn't do anything I ask him to do.
You have no integrity, Cuckoo. Can't you be like your friend Elam? She doesn't give her parents problem at home. They talk good of her. She doesn't steal or tell lies. Such an honest and selfless girl. As for you, Cuckoo, the least said the better.
Welcome, Cuckoo. What brings you here early today? I hope everything is fine.
Hello, everybody likes you. From my interaction with Auntie Anita yesterday, I realized you had more integrity than I. My parents are always complaining about me. Hello, can you help me build my integrity?
I will gladly help you if I can, Cuckoo. But I suggest that we go to Auntie Anita's house and get more information from her. She is the best person to help you. I know where she lives.
Elam and Cuckoo, right?
Yes, you have not forgotten our name.
No, I have not. Welcome to my home. What brings you here today?
Cuckoo wants to build his integrity and we have come to ask for your help.
That's a good initiative. I will tell you a story. By the time we finish discussing the story, I'm sure your problem will be solved. There lived a young man called Tony. He worked in a rubber factory. He was the supervisor of the factory. He worked under two managers and the factory hands worked under him. He was always the first to report to work. He talks to everyone politely and treats everyone with respect. It didn't matter if it were his boss or his subordinate. This man was nice to all. Everybody liked to work with him. He was committed to the work and almost always meets his targets. He took all advice from everyone at the workplace serious and always accepted his mistakes. He always followed the right procedures and never cut corners. He did not use the factory's materials or equipment for personal benefit. Everyone could rely on him to help them when needed. They trusted him with their goods and issues. He was always working hard and didn't waste time surfing the internet, making calls or texting. He never told lies or created stories to protect himself or others. Everyone was happy with him. He easily got promoted and was happy. Now, let me ask you, Cuckoo. If you were the owner of the factory, would you be happy to have such a worker?
Yes, I'll be happy.
Good. What aspect of Tony's behavior will you be happy about?
He talks to everyone politely and treats everyone with respect. He was committed to the work and always accepted his mistakes.
Very good. Any other?
He never cut corners. He did not use the factory's materials or equipment for his personal benefit. He didn't waste time surfing the internet, making calls or texting. He never told lies or created stories.
Now, Cuckoo, you can build your integrity if you can learn from the behavior of Tony at work. Tony related to everyone with respect. He was also honest and truthful, so everyone could trust him. To build integrity, we must first build trust and respect relationships. Secondly, Tony did not fabricate any information he communicated. Communicating openly and honestly builds integrity. You must also follow accepted rules, regulations, values, and norms. Tony was always following the rules at work, such as going to work on time and using the right procedures. Do you understand what I mean?
Yes, I do.
Very good. Another way of building integrity is by demonstrating responsible behavior. Tony never used the factory materials or equipment for personal use. That shows he was responsible at work. Cuckoo. It is important that you know that working diligently also builds your integrity. At work, Tony did not make unnecessary personal calls, surf the internet, or texting. He used his time well and profitably. You must also admit to and learn from your mistakes. Integrity is when you are responsible enough to own up for your own mistakes and be willing to correct them and learn from them. To add to what I have said, other ways to build integrity are by 1. Being a leader by example. Leaders working by the same standards and expectations encourages others to work by the standards and expectations. 2. By standing up for your beliefs. Standing up for what you believe is the right way of doing things. And 3. By having your own identity. Understand who you are, what you can become, and what you want out of life. Wow, it's been such a lecture. I hope it was not boring. Have I been of any help?
Yes, you have been of much help, Auntie Anita. We thank you very much. I understood everything you have said perfectly well. I have learned a lot from Tony. Thank you very much. Henceforth, I'll gradually build my integrity. I'm very excited. Thank you once again.
Welcome, Cuckoo. How are you? I hope all is well. It's been a while now.
Auntie Anita, all is well. I'm here to thank you once again for the story and explanation on integrity you told us the other time. It has really helped me. I think I am demonstrating more and more integrity every day. My parents and people in the neighborhood no longer speak bad about me. They all like me now. Thank you very much.
I am glad it helped you.
Hello everyone. I hope you all benefited from the discussion between Auntie Anita, Elom and Cuckoo on building integrity. Now let's have a recap of what we have learned today. From the discussions, we learned that the elements of integrity are truth, honesty, justice, and selflessness. We have also learned that to build integrity, we must build trust and respect relationships, communicate openly and honestly, follow accepted rules, regulations, values, and norms, demonstrate responsible behavior, work diligently, admit to and learn from your mistakes, lead by example, stand up for your beliefs, Have your own identity. That is the end for today. Hope we meet again. Next time, I will be discussing the laws and institutions involved in the fight against corruption. You can discuss about this with anyone who has knowledge of it, or you can read ahead of next time's discussion. Goodbye.